What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and we're here talking about UFC 255, which is the next UFC event, which is taking place on the 22nd of November. Well, in the UK it'll be 22nd of November because it starts about 3 AM on the Sunday. But it's taking place this weekend. I should upload this video on Friday, so the event should actually be tomorrow. And that is UFC 255, Davison Figuero versus Alex Perez. There's a pretty stacked main card. This is the first time I'm going to be doing every fight on the main card. I would do the preliminary card as well, but there's so many good fights that this video would be way too long. Got some great fighters in the prelims like Nicholas Dalby. I'm hoping he wins. Shevchenko's sister, I'm hoping she wins. Jacqueline Buckley versus Jordan Wright. Buckley was the guy that got that crazy spinning kick knockout recently at the Apex Center. And then Brandon Marino. So I'm hoping to see Jordan Wright maintain his win streak. I'm hoping to see Shevchenko's sister win. But we're going to skip all those and jump straight into the main card where we have 5, in my opinion, pretty great fights. So we'll obviously start with the first fight on the main card, which is a light heavyweight fight between Mauricio Shogun Hua and Paul Craig. This first fight between these two was a draw, which shows that despite Shogun's age at 38, he still is game to do anything, and he still is a tough fighter. And he looks worse than 38 because he's had so many wars. I'm not sure how much longer he can maintain this this fighting career that he's got going, to be honest. Shogun's old. He's had a lot of great fights, a lot of tough losses. 27-11 compared to Paul Craig's 13-4. Both have one draw, obviously, because they drew against one another. The experience is on Shogun's side. Paul Craig never really impresses me, to be honest. They both fought on the Till Whitaker, so they're both active. They both come off a win, I believe. Paul Craig does have 3 losses by KO of his total 4 losses, and 12 submission wins and 1 KO win. I feel like Shogun's more versatile in this scenario, and I don't think that Paul Craig can manhandle him on the ground like he might be able to with those 12 submission victories. So my one for this is Shogun's going to win on points and show Paul Craig there are still levels to this game even at his age. Because Paul Craig at 32 is not exactly young. So I think Shogun's going to win this one on points and show there are still levels to this game no matter what. Next up, we've got Caitlin Chocky. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I'm not even going to try. Against Cynthia Calvillo. I'm only covering this fight because I feel like it will affect the rankings, the flyweight rankings between these two women. Caitlin has lost her last recent 2 of her last 3, but one was to the champ, and Cynthia has only lost once, and that was to former champion Carla Esparza. This is going to be a tough fight for both of these women. I think Caitlin's got the stand-up advantage, but I feel like for basic martial arts, I feel like Cynthia has the win there. So I'm going to go for this one, quickly get it out of the way and go for Cynthia on points. Her record to 9-1 to Caitlin's 14-4. I feel like Cynthia just has the better MMA ground in general, not just strike and ground game clinch. I feel like Cynthia will be able to impose her will more than Caitlin will be able to. And then I wouldn't be surprised if she went on to challenge the champion, which is also fighting 2 fights later. And then we go on to the middle fight of the main event, a welterweight bout between Mike Perry, 14-6, and Tim Means at 30-12. This is a great fight for me. I'm a fan of Mike Perry inside the cage. Outside the cage is a bit of a douchebag, but inside the cage, I'm a fan of Mike Perry. I used to hate him, but now I have turned that hatred into love, and I do enjoy watching him fight, and he always makes me laugh. He is a bit of a knobhead, but he does make me laugh. Both are up and down with their wins and losses. Neither on win streaks. They've both recently been like win, loss, loss, win, loss, like, you know, consistent ups and downs, ups and downs. Mike Perry does love getting punched. That's one thing I can say, is he gets punched a bit too often, in my opinion. Tim Means has had a good few losses with 12 losses, and I will be being biased in my decision here. If Tim Means starts off strong, he will take Perry apart and probably destroy him because Perry will just repeatedly get punched in the face. But I'm going to go for this one, that Perry wins this one by TKO. I feel like he's got the power there. And the relentless pace to put Tim Means away in the second round by KO or TKO, whichever way you want to put it. But I think he'll finish Tim Means in the middle round of this fight. And now we move on to the co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko, 19-3 against Jennifer Meyer, 18-6. This is one of my favourite fighters by far, Valentina Shevchenko. I absolutely love her. I love watching her fight. She is an absolute freak at flyweight. She looks unbeatable in this weight class. Jennifer is super tough. We've seen her recent fights. But she also lost her second most recent fight to Caitlin, who Shevchenko destroyed. And Shevchenko just looks like she's always having fun in there, and that seems to be the key to victory most of the time, is as long as you're having fun, you're going to win. And Shevchenko always looks like she's having fun. She's always looks so quick, so unpredictable, so powerful compared to anyone in the flyweight division. And I think Jennifer Meyer's goal is going to be to get her to the ground, in all honesty. And I think Shevchenko is going to do a good job at stuffing that and beating her up on the feet and maintaining the fight however she wants to maintain it. I don't think Shevchenko is a bum on the ground. I think that Jennifer's going to be shocked by that. I think Jennifer's going to think she's going to get in there and maul her on the floor, and that's not going to happen. I think Shevchenko's going to stuff her takedown attempts. When she does get taken down, she's going to get right back up and dominate her in the clinch and on the feet. And I see Shevchenko winning this one on point. I think Jennifer's quite a tough girl. I don't see her getting knocked out. If one of those head kicks land, she'll definitely be going to sleep. But I could see Valentina making this fight tough for Jennifer and just putting her through hell for 5 rounds. My other prediction would be Shevchenko knocks her out in the 3rd round, but I don't really see that happening. I think Jennifer's only had 1 loss by KO, and I think that was a long time ago. So I don't see that happening. I think Shevchenko wins this one on points, 50-45 across the board, or maybe 49-46, takes the brakes off in the 4th round and beats her down in the 5th. And then for the main event, I'm going to be honest, at first I thought this card was a bit of a shit card, but now looking at it properly, when you actually have a proper look, it's a great card. We have got for the main event, Deiveson Figuero versus Alex Perez. This is the flyweight male title fight. And this is, a lot goes into this fight, to be honest. Weight class that I, in all honesty, thought was dead when Mighty Mouse and Cejudo was gone. But Deiveson is a beast, man. So much power, such a huge arsenal for a flyweight. The power especially brings such huge power for a flyweight. He could go up and knock people out of featherweight, in my opinion. Perez, however, is a Dana White's Contender Series winner. You know, he won that. He got his UFC contract. Between then and now, he has lost once to Joseph Benavidez by KO. But he has also beat the only man to beat Deiveson Figuero, Jussa Formega. And it's a super tough fight to call. I think the UFC wants Perez to win so they can have a Dana White Contender Series success story. I think that's going to happen. I see, since Davidson's lost to Formega, whatever his name is, he's been on a tear. He's a real force of nature. He's a real wrecking ball at the minute in this division. And he, you know, how he knocked Joseph Benavidez out, then went on to knock Joseph Benavidez down and make him tap. So I see Deiveson winning this one by 4th round KO. I think it's going to be a super tough fight. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for Figuero. But I think Perez is not ready for someone of that caliber. I could be proven wrong, but for me, I don't think it is. Figuero's 19-1. Had he not lost that one decision fight, he'd be 20-0. And Perez is 24-5. But only 1 loss inside the UFC, and that is to Joseph Benavidez, a man with a lot of experience inside that cage. But I'm going to go with Deiveson Figuero, 4th round KO. I say he ties him out. They have a good brawl, round 1, round 2. Figuero starts to pick up the pace in round 3, put him down maybe once. Then in the 4th round, finish him. Knock him down and finish him in the 4th round. That's the way I see that fight playing out. Let me know your thoughts on all 5 of these fights. Let me know if you think I've got it wrong or right. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of wavering opinions between the Shogun fight, the Mike Perry fight, and the Shevchenko, and the main event as well. I think probably a lot of people will agree with me with the Caitlyn and Cynthia fight, that Cynthia will probably win this one. But who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Always interested to hear your opinions. And yeah, let's see if I get these ones right. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.